So my name is Aayush. I'm one of the co-founders of Kosh, where we're building an agentless digital microfinance platform for the blue-collar workers. I'm a computer science graduate from IIT Delhi, and I've been an entrepreneur for more than 5 years now. Actually, this happened quite incidentally for me. So I studied computer science as my major at IIT, and I think I've really enjoyed my time, building stuff. And I think that was the reason why I, chose to become a technology leader. Like I think it's very important for me to see something that I've built used by millions of people. And I think that's why I chose to become a technology leader. Like there was no one single instance, but overall, like I knew that this is what I like, and that's why I chose to do this. My key goal is actually to make our users' life simple, right? So I think what we aim for is making people's life 100x better than what it is right now, using like a product that we've built from either from scratch or we've put together quickly. And this is, I think, also a great way to measure your impact on on the world. So I think just looking at how much easier you've made somebody's life, I think that is my North Star metric for actually making a decision as a leader. I think getting, I mean, basically building something which is very, very generational is, it's hard and it takes perseverance. So I think what I've seen is that a lot of people, feel enamored by entrepreneurship and, they do start on this path but give up too soon. So it's important that, you believe in yourself and you persevere, if things actually make sense from first principles, you should actually give it a fair shot. Don't give up too soon. The same, right? Like if you think that this should work, you should try to work on it for as long as possible. Before you have to give up for other reasons, right? Like you may have other responsibilities, but if you're able to make it work, you should try to build something that is impactful, irrespective of what the world says, whether it will work or not. It's actually counterintuitive that the bigger the change that you're trying to implement in the world, the more pushback that the world will give you. So you have to persevere in the face of this opposition, and I think that's where you bring the biggest impact. So I think essentially technology can, so there are two kinds of ways to look at technology, right? So some people look at it as the end result itself, but I personally look at it as a means to an end. So using technology to leverage your employees, your workforce, your friends, your network is super important today, right? And I think that's why technology is both powerful and dangerous in some sense, right? So it's important to have an ethical bent of mind and use technology responsibly, because this kind of scale has never been seen in the history of humanity before, right? So imagine on Twitter, people can influence the prices of commodities with a single tweet. So that has never been the case earlier, and I think that is why it's important to use technology sensibly and ethically, and I think that's really the missing piece in my opinion. Right? Technology, from a profit-making perspective, everybody sort of understands it, but when you take a more longer-term approach to technology, I think that's where I see that there's a significant gap, and that's where I feel that more needs to be done. And I think this is something that I want to do more in my life.